Om Shanti. This is the Avyakt Murli of 18th of January 1988, and the title is The Equality of Love and Power. Today, the Almighty Father, who makes you into embodiments of awareness, is looking at His almighty children from everywhere who are embodiments of awareness. Together, with today being the day to become merged with Bap Dada in his love, it is also the day to experience the balanced stage of love and power. The day of remembrance is the day of the blessing of equality in both love and power, because the Father in whose awareness you remain lost in love, Father Brahma, is the elevated symbol of equality in both love and power. 1 minute he is extremely loving, and the next minute he is extremely powerful. In love too, with love, he made every child constantly powerful. Out of love, he didn't just attract them towards himself, but with love, he created the Shakti army and made them instruments for service in front of the world. Today, with always being loving, he also taught the lesson of being a destroyer of attachment and of becoming karmatit. Till the end, he gave the children the blessing through the drishti of his eyes. Always remain detached and always remain loving. Today, children from everywhere, in their different forms, in their different relationships, reached Bap Dada in the subtle region to celebrate a meeting through their love and the experience of the stage of being equal to the Father. Some arrived there with their intellect, and others with their divine vision. Bap Dada accepted all the children's love and remembrance through their loving stage and the stage of being equal, and in return gave and is giving all the children the blessing. May you be equal to Bap Dada. Bap Dada knows that the children have deep love for Father Brahma. Whether you took sustenance from the Sakar form or are taking sustenance from the Avyakt form now, he is the senior mother, and children naturally have love for their mother. Because of this, the Father knows that you remember Mother Brahma a great deal. However, the practical form of love is to become equal. To the extent that you have true love in your heart, accordingly, just as much zeal and enthusiasm in following the Father is visible in the children's minds. This alokik love of the alokik mother is not such that it would make you viyogi, separated. It is love that will make you easy yogis. Raj yogis, that is, it will make you into kings. The alokik mother has alokik spiritual attachment, wanting every child to become a king. Everyone should become a king, not part of the subjects. You are those who will create subjects, not those who will become subjects. Today, the mother and father were having a conversation in the subtle region. The father asked Mother Brahma, "What do you especially remember on this day of the love of the children? All of you also especially remember him, do you not? Each one of you has your own remembrance, and you become lost in that remembrance. Today becomes a world of special alokik memories, remembrance. At every step, you especially remember the activities of the Sakar form naturally. You automatically remember the sustenance you had. You remember the attainments. You remember the blessings. So, the father also asked Mother Brahma this. Do you know what Brahma said in return? The children are my world, Brahma said. At Amrit Vela, he first remembered the children who are equal, the loving children and the children who are equal. The loving children have the desire and the thought of becoming equal. However, together with the desire and the thought, they don't always have that power. And that is why, in becoming equal, instead of claiming a number at the front, they remain behind. Love brings them that zeal and enthusiasm, but problems sometimes make them weak in becoming a form of equality of love and power. The problems make them distant from creating a stage that is constantly equal. Because of love, you cannot even forget the Father, and you are the true, firm Brahmins. You are not those who are going to move back. You are immortal. It is just that when you see problems, you become a little afraid for a short time. Therefore, you are unable to experience the stage of constant equality of love and power. According to the present time, you have become experienced over a long period in the stage of being knowledgeful, powerful, and successful. You have experienced many times the problems of Maya, of the elements of nature, and of souls. These are not anything new. You are Trikal Darshi. You know the beginning, middle, and end of problems, let alone the matter of many cycles. Even in the Brahman life of this cycle, you are not new in your intellect, understanding, and you're becoming victorious and overcoming a problem and becoming experienced. You have become mature in this too. Even if you are only 1 year old, you are mature in this experience. You have also been taught the lesson of nothing new. Therefore, according to the present time, do not waste your time in being afraid of problems. In wasting time, your number goes behind. So Mother Brahma said, one are the especially loving children, and the other are the ones who are going to become equal. Seeing the two types of children, Baba had the thought that according to the present time, Baba now wants to see the majority of the children in the stage of close to becoming equal. There are also those with the stage of being equal, but the majority should come close to equality. So seeing the children at Amrit Vela, Baba was remembering the day of the children becoming equal. You were remembering the day of remembrance, and Mother Brahma was remembering the day of becoming equal. Fulfill this elevated thought. That is, make the day of remembrance into the day of power. This is the practical fruit of love that the mother and father wants to see. This is the elevated fruit of the sustenance and the blessings from the Father. It is the elevated children who show the practical fruit to the mother and father. You were told earlier too that a sign of having deep love is that you cannot bear to see any weakness in the one you love. Therefore, now quickly come close to the stage of being equal. This is love for the mother. At every step, continue to follow the Father. Brahma is the only special soul who has both roles of the mother and father fixed in the corporeal form. This is why you children definitely remember the double form of the elevated soul who has this unique part. However, the elevated desire of the heart of Brahma, the mother and father, is that everyone should become equal. You also have to remember that. Do you understand? The elevated thought of the day of remembrance today is just to become equal. To be equal in your thoughts, in your words, and in relationships and connections. That is, to become powerful. No matter how big a problem there may be, by having the awareness of nothing new, you will become powerful. Do not become careless in this. In carelessness, too, you use the words nothing new. However, it is nothing new in being victorious many times. With this method, constantly continue to attain success. Acha, everyone has come to celebrate the day of remembrance with a lot of enthusiasm. Even those who have given 3 feet of land have come. You gave 3 feet of land and became the masters of the 3 worlds. And so, what was your giving? Nevertheless, you became clever in accumulating charity of service. Therefore, congratulations for your cleverness. You had the power to adopt the method of giving 1 and receiving 100,000-fold. This is why such powerful souls have been invited on this special day of remembrance. The father was having an entertaining chit-chat. The one who gave places have been especially invited. The father also gave his place, did he not? The father's name is also on this list, is it not? Which place did he give? No one else can give such a place. The Father gave his heart throne. It is such a big place. All of these places would be included in that, would they not? Put together all the places of this land and abroad, and even then, which would be the largest place? Because of living in the old world, you have given buildings of brick, whereas the Father gave you the throne where you constantly sit as carefree emperors. Even then, there is automatically the importance of any type of service, whether it is serving through the place or serving through your stage. So, there is a lot of importance of service through the place. There is also a lot of importance of doing service by saying Haji to someone, or even saying you first to someone. Giving lectures is not the only service, but with the method of any type of service, there is the importance of serving through thoughts, words, deeds, and even washing dishes. To the extent that one who gives lectures claims a status, accordingly, one who remains yogyukt and in a yukti-yukt stage while washing dishes also claims an elevated status. That one serves through his lips, and this one serves through his stage. So, at every moment, know the importance of the method of service and become great. It is impossible for you not to receive the fruit of any type of service. However, the Lord is pleased with an honest heart. When the bestower of blessings, is pleased with you, then what would be lacking? It is very easy to please the bestower of blessings, the bestower of fortune, the bestower of knowledge, the innocent Father. If God is pleased, then you will be saved from Dharamraj, the judge, too, and also from Maya. Acha, to all the children everywhere who remain stable in the stage of being equal in love and power, to the lamps of hopes who always fulfill the elevated hopes of the mother and father, to those who know the importance of every method of service, to those who always follow the Father at every step and who show the mother and father the fruit of becoming equal through love and power, to all the powerful children who are embodiments of remembrance on this day of power, the Almighty Father's love, remembrance, and namaste. Avyakt Dada, meeting instrument brothers and sisters who have given 3 feet of land for service centers. You are experiencing happiness and seeing the attainment of the practical fruit of special service. Are you not? Your future is accumulating anyway, but even your present has become elevated. The attainment of the present time is even more elevated than the attainment of the future, because it is only at this time that you have the knowledge of the experience of attainment and the lack of attainment. There, you are not even aware of what a lack of attainment is. So, you are not aware of the difference, whereas here, you have the experience of the difference. This is why there is the importance of the experience of the attainment of the present time. Whoever becomes an instrument for service, for them it is remembered. Instant donation is great charity. If anyone becomes an instrument for something, that is, if he gives an instant donation, then in return for that, he has the experience of great charity. What is that? The charity received from any type of service is the experience of extra happiness and power. Whenever you do any service as an embodiment of success, then at that time you experience special happiness. Do you not? You say, "Today I had a very good experience." Why did you have it? You experienced success on relating the Father's introduction. Some people awaken on hearing the introduction, and some become transformed. So their attainment creates an impact on you. Your heart begins to sing songs of happiness. This is the attainment of instant fruit. So, one who does service means one who always eats the nourishing fruit of attainment. So, what are those who eat nourishing fruit? They are healthy, are they not? When doctors see that people are weak, what do they say? Eat fruit. Because nowadays, when you eat other nourishing food, such as ghee or butter, you are not able to digest it. Nowadays, they only give you fruit for energy. So, you also receive the instant fruit of service. Even if you do physical service, there is the happiness of service through actions too. For instance, when you clean something, when the place sparkles with cleanliness, then because we have cleaned it with a true heart, you experience happiness when you see the place sparkling. Do you not? You automatically attain the fruit of the charity of doing any type of service. You accumulate the fruit of charity and you also receive it at this time. For instance, when you are doing something or some service, others will tell you that you have done very good service, that you have done it tirelessly with your bones. So, you experience happiness when you hear this, do you not? So, that is the fruit you receive, is it not? Whether you serve through words or with your hands, service means nourishing food. So, this too is becoming instruments for service. By giving importance to service, you are able to attain greatness. So, in the future too, constantly know the importance of service and constantly remain busy in one type of service or another. When you don't have any students, do not think, what service can I do? If there are no exhibitions or lectures, do not say, what can I do? No, the field of service is very huge. No one can say, I don't have a chance to do service. There is still so much service of creating the atmosphere left to do. You are those who will even transform the elements of nature. So, how will the elements be transformed? Will you give them lectures? The atmosphere will be created through your attitude. To create an atmosphere means to transform the elements. So, there is so much of this service to do. Has it already happened? At the moment, the elements are testing you. So, at every second, there is still a huge field of service to be done. None of you can say that you don't receive a chance to serve. Even if you are ill, you still have a chance to serve. No matter who it is, whether uneducated or educated, any type of soul has a lot of scope for service. You cannot say, when I get a chance to serve, you have already received it. You have to become all-round servers. You also receive 100 marks for serving through actions. If your words and thoughts are okay, but you have no interest in serving through actions, then you have already lost 100 marks. To be an all-round server means to be one who claims full marks in all types of service. This is called being an all-round server. So, are you like this? Look, when the children's bhakti was created in the beginning, the lesson of serving through actions was made very firm for them. They were made into gardeners as well as shoemakers. They were made into those who wash the dishes as well as those who give lectures. The marks for this should not be left out either. There, in your worldly study, if you fail in any weak, ordinary subject, a subject that is not your special subject, but a third or fourth number subject, if you fail in that too, you cannot pass with honors. In total, your marks would be reduced. Check all your subjects in this way. Have I claimed marks in all the subjects? You have become instruments for this, for giving 3 feet of land, and you did that service. You accumulated that charity, and you will receive marks for that. However, now check whether you have claimed full marks or not. Service through any type of actions is also necessary. Because actions also carry 100 marks, they are no less. Here, each of the subjects has 100 marks. There, you claim fewer marks in the subjects of drawing, whereas you receive more marks in the subject of arithmetic. Here, all subjects have importance. So, it should not be that you accumulate marks through your thoughts and words and are left behind in marks through actions. You may think that you are a great Mahavir. You have to claim marks in everything. This is known as being a server. So, what group is this? Is it a group of all-round servers, or servers who have given their place for service? It is good that you used it in a worthwhile way. To the extent that you use it in a worthwhile way, accordingly, you become a master. To use something in a worthwhile way before time is a sign of being sensible. So, you carried out a great act of wisdom. Bap Dada is also pleased that you are children who maintain courage. Acha, blessing, may you become a destroyer of attachment and an embodiment of power through the stage of being merged in sweet silence. While having a body, bodily relationships, sanskars of the body, people, and possessions, the atmosphere and vibrations, none of those things should attract you towards themselves. People may be crying out, but you should remain unshakable. No matter how much the elements of nature and Maya pull you towards themselves to make their final attempt, you must remain absorbed in the stage of being detached and loved by the Father. This is called seeing but not seeing, and hearing but not hearing. This is the stage of sweet silence, of being lost in love. When you have created such a stage, you would then be called a soul who has received the blessing of being a destroyer of attachment and an embodiment of power. Slogan: become a holy swan and renounce the stones of defects and continue to pick up pearls of goodness. Om Shanti.